Hey guys, Blood Lives here. Just wanted to do a little gameplay video slash review of the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Decade Duels Plus. And you have to forgive my hoarse voice. I just got out the bathroom. Have you guys ever tried masturbating with your left hand? It feels like someone else is doing it. I don't understand why. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let me go to my games. Let me cue this up. I think this might be too bright, but that'll be okay. Yeah, so a little bit of background on this game. This game was originally released in late 2010. It was released as Yu-Gi-Oh! It was released as Yu-Gi-Oh! Decade Duels originally. And it's been recently updated as of February to Yu-Gi-Oh! Decade Duels Plus. With the few tweaks I'm gonna go over. So let's adjust this brightness. You can't adjust the brightness, I lied. Alright. So from the main menu, you can already see that there's a few options you have here. This is download content, where you can download more card packs, achievements, help and options, leaderboards, multiplayer, deck edit, and single player. Let's jump into the deck edit. See what we have there. It has this nice little loading screen with cards. So deck edit is exactly what you expect from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. If you've played any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games on PSP, you know what to expect from deck edit. You can go to your trunk, select cards, build a deck, and basically put certain type of decks together. One of my complaints about the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Game was that it only had about, before the update to Plus, it only had about 2K cards. So there was really only 5 complete decks, but now with this update to Plus, I believe every deck is complete with an addition of a few more new cards. You can scroll here, you go down to your deck, you can look through your deck. I've already built a deck, so you can ignore that. Alright, let's get to the storyline now. So we go to single player, give us that nice loading screen. Basically, you select male or female, not that it changes anything. I'll be a female. And it gives you a little bit of text. There's no sound, but there's a little bit of text here. It gives you a little bit of background on the game. If you're new to 5D's, if you're new to the Yu-Gi-Oh, you can do tutorial, yes or no. I'll just choose no because I assume most of us grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'll choose no and jump straight into it. Alright. And you get here, you choose a deck. I'm just gonna choose one of my already built decks. And another known thing, if you've already bought, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on the marketplace for about a year, and they realized that it wasn't very good, it wasn't very balanced, the AI was overpowered, there wasn't enough cards in the game, so they took it off. And so, if you bought Yu-Gi-Oh! The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Decade Duels, to get the update to Plus, it's free. It's just an update. For people who've never bought the game, Plus will cost the regular 800 Microsoft points. So if you already bought the game and you want the update, it's completely free for you. Alright, let's jump right in. It's exactly what you expect from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. You play cards. Of course, there's really nothing special to Yu-Gi-Oh! You just play the game. You try and win by any means possible, which is what I think the computer does. I do have a few complaints about this game, and I'm gonna go ahead and start right now. The AI, I have to say, is one of the most annoying and overpowered AI I've ever seen in up to this day in any game. I mean, there's aimbots in Call of Duty. There's aimbots in Gears of War. But in this game, I mean, they will spam you with the same trap cards over and over. If you know the most, like trap cards like Solemn Judgment, trap cards like Mirror Force. If you know Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know how annoying this is. I mean, and it always seems that the computer can read your mind, because you'll try and attack and you know that they didn't have the, look, he just pulled Sasuke Samurai. Okay, he called wrong, so she lost it. Alright. So back to my talking points. I want to talk more about the gameplay. This game actually doesn't have much of a storyline. Not that any other Yu-Gi-Oh game, like the PSP game, they didn't have much of a storyline, but this game particularly doesn't have a storyline. You just basically duel and duel and duel and try and get new cards and duel some more. And that's basically all you do the whole time. So if you came looking for a storyline, you might want to go get another comprehensive game like Skyrim, because this one isn't for you. If you just want to duel, this game is for you. I'm gonna attack her. Like I spoke on before, I want to talk some more about the lack of cards. The lack of cards in this game is just astounding. I can't even comprehend why they would release this game half-assed like this. There's only about 5 complete decks in this game, and pretty much those decks are overpowered. And I don't understand why they would release this game half-assed and expect people not to complain, because if you actually go through this game through and through, you'll realize that there isn't really much depth to the cards that you can select in this game. There's only about 5 complete decks. Other than that, you'll have to make a cookie deck, which is basically a deck compiled of a whole bunch of different cards. And wow. Okay, I have to discard a card. Good job, Mary. Good job. Alright. There's really not much I can speak of on this game, except for if you want just a little time waster, you want to duel with your friends. I haven't even spoke of the multiplayer yet. This game is 1 to 4 online multiplayer. You can tag duel up to 4 friends, or you can take on one friend one-on-one. And if you feel like you're feeling a little bit of like a Yugi, you can go ahead and do that. Sasuke Samurai, you flip a coin. Alright. Looks like I'm about to win this duel. So my final verdict for this game, I'd have to give this game out of 10. I'd give this game, I was going to give this game a 5.5, excuse me, a 5.5 out of 10, but I've decided to bump that up to 7.0 because of the fact that they actually did come back to this game and try and correct some of it. They tried to undercut the power of the overpowered AI. They tried to legitimately look back at what they did wrong with the first game. They tried to, there was actually one character, if you know who Jack Atlas is from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's, if you don't, that's okay, it won't really affect you, but he had one of the most overpowered decks. He was almost unbeatable. It made no sense, but they actually cut him out of the game, so he's out now. They've added about another 1,000 cards with the update to Plus. They've added another 2,000 cards, so we can, for your enjoyment. Just sit here and I'm about to activate this card. Yeah, so that's my final verdict. I recommend you get this game if you just want a game to play with friends for a little bit. This is more of me just doing gameplay than actually trying to review it. Just a little bit of gameplay. Plus, this actually came out last week, so it's kind of a new game, so I don't think I'm too far behind with the gameplay. Gonna go ahead and destroy everything on the field. And I'm gonna attack her. Alright, and here comes the final blow. Alright, if you guys like what you see, subscribe and review, comment. And we're going to have more videos coming out soon, so expect that coming up with the release of some new games coming out, with the new Tomb Raider, with the new Bioshock, Resident Evil Revelations, excuse me. I believe it's a digital update or a port from the DS that's coming to Xbox. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I'll be sure to show you guys some of that, and just stay tuned. Here's me earning some cards. Just look through that. And I will see you guys later.